Call the Elite X3 a lot of things, just don't call it a smartphone. So says HP about their all-powerful 3-in-1 device powered by Windows 10 Mobile. Does it hold up? Let's find out. So if the Elite X3 runs an OS found on smartphones, why is it not really a smartphone? HP argues that the Elite X3 is the only mobile device that can act like a desktop, a laptop, and a smartphone due to Windows 10 Mobile and Continuum. This is, in fact, where HP derives the X3 name. HP wants you and their potential customers in industry to think of the Elite X3 as a Windows tablet that has telephony abilities and the power to run real desktop Windows apps. This is all done through HP Workspace. Let's talk some specs. The Elite X3 features a Qualcomm Snapdragon 820 at 2.15 GHz. It's a 4-core processor. You also get 4 gigs of RAM, but due to the OS, you only get 3.5 gigs that are accessible. There's also 64 gigs of internal memory, SD expansion, a 5.96 2560 by 1440 AMOLED display with Corning Gorilla Glass 4 and anti-reflective coating. There's also a 16 megapixel rear-facing camera and an 8 megapixel front-facing camera with iris scanner. There's also a fingerprint reader on the back. Topping it all off is a massive 4150 mAh battery. From the stunning AMOLED display to smaller refinements like button placement and haptic feedback, the Elite X3 nails design. It's refreshing to see a new manufacturer get so much right on the first try. The Elite X3 stands in contrast to the cheap-feeling Lumia 950 and Lumia 950 XL. While those phones had great hardware, their build quality was unexceptional and uninspiring. In fact, I don't have any criticism about the new hardware design or components used in the Elite X3. The Elite X3's display is massive, bright, and contrasty. Gorilla Glass 4 is fantastic, but it's not indestructible, so you may want to consider one of the 3 cases from HP to protect it. I still have no qualms calling the Elite X3 screen the best of any Windows phone to date, and I prefer it over my iPhone 7 Plus. The Elite X3 has an average 16 megapixel camera. The hardware is great, but there should be some more software tweaks to enhance it. The Elite X3 takes some impressive photos during the day. It can even pull off some low light images, albeit with some aggressive ISO. While there's still no Lumia 950 or Lumia 950 XL, the Elite X3 is the first and only non-Lumia Windows phone that approached the quality of Nokia. Keep in mind that this camera is not for consumers looking for the best concert or vacation photos, but using it with office lens to copy some receipts or an invoice seems to perform very well. On the front, the Elite X3 sports an 8 megapixel full HD camera. HP wanted the front camera to be optimized for use in video conference calls like Skype. They succeeded. In comparing it to the 7 megapixel front camera on the iPhone 7 Plus, the Elite X3 provided sharper, more detailed images every time over Wi-Fi and LTE for video calls.
The HP Elite X3 features 2 front-firing speakers tuned by Bang & Olufsen. They're quite loud and are basically made for Skype conference calls and boardrooms. They're one of the most impressive things about this 3-in-1 device.
There are still some quirks to be solved. I can crash the OS when launching it from lock screen, taking a photo, reviewing the images, and then going back to the camera. Sure, that's an odd scenario, but it's repeatable. Focusing can also be slow at times, especially in low light conditions where it hunt and pecks. All of this, I believe, can be solved through future software updates, and HP is working on it. The Elite X3 features a massive 4150 mAh battery. I can say that in the 4 weeks I've been using the X3, I've never run out of battery in a single day. Traveling for 15 hours in and out of airports, making calls, going to flight mode, listening to music, and I still had 30% battery before I went to bed. The Elite X3 also features Qualcomm Quick Charge 3.0 technology. Oddly enough, the included wall charger is only Quick Charge 2.0, but the desktop makes up for it with Quick Charge 3.0. With a Quick Charge 3.0 charger, the Elite X3 can achieve an 80% charge in about 70 minutes. Additionally, the Elite X3 can support Qi and PMA wireless charging. The bottom line is this: the Elite X3 has the best battery life of any Windows mobile device I've ever used, and it will blow away the majority of Android phones on the market. The X3 is equipped with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 820 processor clocked at 2.15 GHz, making it the fastest Windows mobile device to date. The Snapdragon 820 never got hot even while using Continuum, just mildly warm under heavy stress. Calls were above average for clarity. Reception on the Elite X3 is also above average with no dropped calls. Data was also very reliable with high throughput when connected to LTE or Wi-Fi. The X3 is also capable of connecting directly to Ethernet via the desk dock or a USB Type-C dongle. So how does the Elite X3 perform as a computer? Continuum is Microsoft's designation for simulating a PC experience using Windows 10 Mobile. In theory, Continuum is exciting, but in reality, the experience so far is only promising. One drawback of Continuum is you cannot run full desktop apps. HP solves this with their HP Workspace Virtualization Service. Virtualization is a fancy term that means a remote computer runs a desktop app and pushes it through the internet to another computer as a stream. You can still download and upload files and even install browser extensions just like on a real PC. It's just remote. I've been using HP Workspace for the last few days and I'm impressed. I was able to run Chrome, Internet Explorer 11, Desktop Slack, every Microsoft Office application, and even good old Notepad. Sure, frame rate is capped at 15 frames per second, giving a jittery effect when scrolling or watching a video, but the data pull down was fast and web pages rendered very quickly in Chrome. No, it's not a real PC, but I was running full Windows desktop apps from the power of a Windows 10 mobile device. And you know what? It worked. While this technology is far from the pinnacle of workflow, I could use this for many aspects of my job. I also know it can only get better from here, and it will. So let's wrap it up. The hardware is nearly perfect. I think HP did an impressive job for their first mega smart device. All the components are top-notch, build quality is high, and they use nearly every high-end spec they could find. The Elite X3 even has seals against liquid and dust to an IP67 rating, and it is constructed to pass military drop tests. If there is any fault with the HP Elite X3, it falls squarely with Windows 10 Mobile. The recent anniversary update in August goes a long way in improving Windows 10 Mobile's lackluster 2015 debut. Nonetheless, there is still a lot of room for growth and improvement. I think HP is onto something with the Elite X3. They didn't just make a phone with a slapped-on OS. They built a complete system with an impressive story. Only time will tell if companies buy into it, but I think there is an opportunity here, and HP seemed very confident in this angle. The story for consumers is a lot less attractive. The Elite X3 is only recommended for Windows 10 diehards, which is a very limited market. Still, if you are committed to Windows 10 and mobile, there's no reason not to get the Elite X3. The bottom line is the Elite X3 from HP may be the first device to break away from the now almost boring smartphone model. That's an exciting development in technology and it will be a fun ride to follow. The HP Elite X3 retails for $699 and you can buy it with the desk dock for $799. If you want the whole system, the laptop, desk dock, and Elite X3 will cost $1299. So that's our full review, the HP Elite X3. Remember, you can head to Windows Central for more information and stay tuned for further coverage of this device. Thanks for watching. Take care, everybody.